Hi, welcome to Simply NAS Media. Today we're going to take a look at the brand new Drobo B810N. This is Drobo's new 8-bay NAS. We've got a sample in just to show you guys. It is available now and shipping, however, on the website. But we're just going to do a general unboxing video and then we'll go into our more in-depth features. There are a few new features on this Drobo that are quite useful for a network attached storage device in a business. But let's go into our general unboxing video now. So it's simple, just like any box you get. You get this brown box with the Drobo label at the front when you buy one, when you purchase one of these NASes. Just your general layout inside there. That first box that you see that says "Welcome to the world of," that's your general accessory box. We'll go through that shortly and see what's inside there. Aside from that, it's just a matter of turning your box around. That'll be the safest way to take the NAS out. It isn't a small NAS by any means. It is an 8-bay NAS, so we have to keep that in mind when we're unpacking it. It does come packed very, very thoroughly though, so you don't have to really worry about anything damaging in packing. Damaging in shipping, sorry. So, once we take our box around, take that down there. So you've got your general Drobo here, your nice Drobo sleeve. We don't recommend throwing this away, it is a very nice little bag. So you can use it for something else as well. You take off your protective side packaging. So there we go, we'll take that off. Let me just put that down in the box. Okay, so this is basically what we're left with, which is basically the main aspects of this packaging. You've got your accessory box and then you've got your brand new Drobo B810 here. Let's take a quick look at the accessory box first. So when you open up the accessory box, it completes the saying at the front, "Welcome to the world of Drobo." Take a look underneath there, it's your quick start guide. I don't know if you can see this in depth, but I mean we'll take some pictures and post them as well. You've got your general connect it up, connect your Drobo up, insert your drives, connect the cables, and then it'll give you instructions on how to install Drobo dashboard. You get a little package here, gives you a safety and warranty information. Also gives you a nice little Drobo sticker. On top of that, you do get a Drobo warranty card as well. It just lets you know basically what the full product warranty terms are. There are certain notes there for Australian customers as well that have slightly different terms for their warranty. General power cable, which goes in there, and then if you pull this off a little bit, you get two Ethernet cables. The Drobo B810N does come with two Ethernet ports. We'll speak a bit more about that as well shortly. So that's your general accessory box. Nothing really else to see there. I mean, it's just what you're going to need to use the NAS. We do recommend going to register your Drobo once you do get it. That way you are guaranteed support for the device from Drobo and from us as well here at Simply NAS. Just opening this up, as you can see, Drobo box, Drobo label, Drobo bag. Open that up. I'm going to put this down here. All you do is literally slide your hand in the bottom, just pull it away. And you've got your Drobo B810N. Like I said, it's a nice bag, I wouldn't throw it away by any means. That being said, also, if you do have a comfort warranty repair, you will need all your original accessories and all your original packaging in case you need to replace the Drobo. So we definitely say keep everything that you possibly can. So we'll put the accessory box away because we don't need that anymore as well. Okay, so this is our Drobo B810N. Okay, so taking a closer look at the Drobo B810N. If we take a look at the front panel here, you've got the front panel, it just opens up. You can install your hard drives in there nice and easy. The lever has changed a little bit, whereby when you push it down, you'll have to put your hand in slightly to pull out the hard drive. We agree with this because you can't push the hard drive out by mistake and cause an issue with your NAS. The back of the front panel will show you your light indicators as to what they mean. Green means that the system is ready, it's ready to rock and roll, you can carry on using it. Yellow means that you need to add a drive here soon. Green and yellow also means that you shouldn't touch this drive. Something's going on with the drive. Being red, being the RAID system fixing the drive, whatever it's doing to the drive, you should not use that. You should not pull that drive out. It doesn't mean you can't use the NAS, it just means don't mess with the physical drive in itself. Red means add a drive here soon, and a flashing red light basically means your drive's failed, so you need to replace that drive. This is quite simple to put back on. It's all magnetic, so nice and easy to use. Goes right on there. So, talking about drive failures, that brings us really to one of the more pertinent points about a Drobo is their beyond RAID technology. Typically when you buy a NAS from us at Simply NAS, we ask you what RAID level you want to set, be it 0, 1, 5, 6, 10, 50, 60. That's changed slightly with the Drobo. If you're used to buying a Synology's hybrid RAID is close to what the Drobo is, but really that's still a traditional RAID set kind of changed to a proprietary RAID. The Beyond RAID really is, there's nothing in the industry that's around the same as the Beyond RAID. It's more of an intelligent RAID system, if you will. So basically what Beyond RAID will do, you can install as many drives as you'd like or as little drives as you'd like. And the Drobo will in itself figure out what RAID that it needs to set for itself to protect you. You do have one option that you can pick, and that's doing single disk redundancy or dual disk redundancy. So there is no RAID 10 or etc. here, but you really don't need it with the Drobo. Drobos are so flexible in terms of their RAID system that really losing data is an extremely tough task with the Drobo. You have to really, let's say, pull out every single hard drive, and if you do that, well, I mean, you're asking for trouble, really. So that being said, it's a really good box for safeguarding very important data. Drobo also has a new feature that's called Drobo DR, which is disaster recovery. Being this is a NAS and not direct attached storage, you can replicate this Drobo to another Drobo off-site. So really you have loads of ways of protecting yourself in terms of the data of a Drobo. So that's one of the main features of the Drobo is the Beyond RAID. That's a feature of any Drobo though, be it from the Drobo Mini all the way up to the B1200 iSAN. So that's great. The second option here is Drobo have changed a few things with the B810N. The B810N solves an issue that we have with NAS. The biggest issue with NAS is the more users that use the NAS, the slower the NAS goes. The main reason for that is you've got more users trying to spin those hard drives and access data. Magnetic heads take time to find the data and go to the spot that they need to read that data and send it to you. So the more users that try doing that, the more the magnetic head has to work. Ultimately, just the hard drive speed never is going to keep up with that, especially if we go, let's say, 10, 15 users. So Drobo have solved that by bringing hot data tiering. Hot data tiering is something we've spoken about before on our videos. It's the first time Drobo has introduced this feature. The beauty of this is you've got an 8-bay NAS here. So what you'll do is reserve 2 bays for SSDs. Basically these SSDs will automatically, you don't have to do anything, well the Drobo really, it's not really the SSDs, the Drobo is what's figuring out what data is accessed often. That data that's accessed often is called hot data because you're always going back and forth and asking the NAS to retrieve that data for you. The Drobo will keep that data on the SSD. This in turn speeds up data access. It solves the problem of more users accessing that data and slowing down the NAS. So it gives you flexibility in terms of speed. So as that data is being accessed and the Drobo learns that that data is being accessed often, it will start moving that over to the SSD. As that hot data cools, so whereby you access it less, that data will be moved from the SSD over to your regular 3.5-inch hard drives. In turn, that frees up space for more hot data. So let's say there's October 2015 file that I'm using now. I access that every day. That will move over to the SSDs and allow me to access that data very, very quickly. Let's say we go into the next month. We're into November now. I now have a November 2015 file. So the Drobo will learn that I'm accessing that November 2015 file a lot more often now, and not so much the October 2015. So basically in turn what it's going to do is swap them. The November 2015 file that's sitting on the HDD, because I've only just put it on and not really accessed it, it will move that over to SSD as I access it more. And it will move the October 2015 over to the HDD. This is great for performance. That's one of the ways you can boost it. Hot data tiering is something we really recommend here, because it's just going to speed up everything that you need off the NAS. The second option is of course Ssd Cache, which we are all very familiar with now in the industry. It's not mSATA based, it is Ssd Cache. Again, we all know why we use this now. The SSDs basically work as cache and allow the hard drives to access data quicker. That's basically all it does, that's all it will ever do. So that's one of the features. You can always go back to it if you're, let's say, familiar, tried and tested and okay with SSD cache, you can use that. However, we really are recommending the hot data tiering because it's great for what it is. So that's really the main features of this new Drobo. It is network attached storage. You do have all the Drobo apps available as well when you do log into the Drobo dashboard. You can get Plex Media, Transmission, BitTorrent, Elephant Drive, Cloud Sync, etc. So there's loads of other apps available again. You can use this as your media server as well if you'd like. We'll take a quick look at the back. There's not really much to look at, but we'll take a look. Drobos do keep it very simple because there's no need to clutter the NAS with extra stuff. You've got your power cable at the back and you've got your 2 Ethernet ports. And you've got your power switch, sorry. So really that's about it in terms of your layout at the back. The 2 Ethernet ports can be aggregated. They can be used in active and passive mode, so if one fails, the other one takes over. Or alternatively, you can use them as 2 IP address slots, have someone access from one IP address and have somebody else access from another IP address. Really, that wraps up our video for the Drobo. We will be back with other videos on this 810N. We're going to run a bit of a feature series on this. So shortly we'll do another video where we'll show you how to install the hard drives and use Drobo dashboard as well. And really walk you through using the Drobo. Keep in mind, everything that we do with the 810N will apply for any other Drobo NAS. So that's the Drobo 5N also as well. So this video is, whilst we're using the 810N, the 5N will apply to everything here as well, minus the hot data tiering. That is not a feature that's available on the 5N yet. That being said, thank you very much for joining us today. If you do want to speak to us further about the Drobo or any NAS, give us a call, 407-960-4690. We're always happy to talk to you guys. Alternatively, you can email us, sales@simplynas.com. We are trying to get a bit more active on social as well. So if you want to follow us on Twitter @simplynas, you can send us questions there. We will be very happy to answer. We do run some polls here and there as well. It would be nice to get some customer interaction there too. Please do hit the subscribe button as always. That way you get notified when we do post videos like this. If you did enjoy this video, please do hit the like button. If alternatively you didn't enjoy something about this video, please do leave us some criticism. Don't be mean, we do have feelings here, but we're quite open to criticism and seeing what we can do to improve ourselves. Thank you very much for joining us today. We hope you have a wonderful weekend.